Well, this club has been here for 120 years, and it was by far the largest. It's the last one of these original clubs in the whole of England. This place abounds with names, and if we're looking up the stairwell here, we've got gymnastics trophies, which go from 1904 to 1914, and they showed junior gymnastics champions of the times. So people, when they were here and did things, they were recognised and their names were used. And then so we've had 22,500 young people through here, and luckily people here have saved all these record cards. So the idea, for doing something with these was what we had a look at in about 2012. I first came here I wanted to show all those names all together. We played around with ideas for quite a long time, but then realised we didn't have that kind of skill to do that. So we asked around, and quite a few people mentioned a company in London called Why Not Associates. I think it's important to show everyone's histories in some way. I think it means like a history of working class people. There's so many buildings have disappeared and so many histories have disappeared that this is like just the holy grail with all this information here, and it's something that has to be preserved and kept. First of all, they're all working at 13 years old, and it describes their first job when they left school. And often, in 1903, they would be things like nipper boys, which was a very basic, that shows actually 4 nipper boys there. So we've got actually 22,500 of these, and they document what young people did when they came in the club. One of the first things I saw was these amazing record cards, and luckily the club have saved every member's record since 1903. So we have all these amazing records, and archives are fantastic, but not a lot of people can share that. And what I wanted to show was the scale of this club and how many people have been through here. So the idea of it's also about celebrating every boy. Instead of it being just like the winners, which I would say, a couple of people are, I wanted to make sure that everybody's name will be visible on that way. And it goes, again, from those very first ones, somebody born 1895, right up to a 10-year-old who was here in 2015. Another famous member from here will be Eddie Coleman. He was a young Manchester United player, and eventually, unfortunately, he died in the Munich air disaster. So he was the youngest Manchester United player to die in that crash there. So I think if we think about the value of the names on here, there are a lot of people growing up in an area like this which has got a lot of poverty, a lot of deprivation, and people have led very, very difficult lives. And often they've never achieved anything, they've never seen their name anywhere, and to actually be able to come in here and see their name physically on the wall is a very powerful indicator of somebody values you. We value every teenage boy who's been through here, and I think that is really very, very rare.